Apple is already seeing the negative impacts of its price hike on iPads and Macs. Company shares sunk by roughly 6% Thursday. The tech giant raised prices by almost 20% for some products. We see the difference in price products here. Apple says it's reacting to the shortage of microchips. Now, Microsoft announced price hikes of Xbox consoles. In the statement, that company said, quote, "The entire consumer electronics industry is struggling with the current components crisis." Scott Stein is the editor-at-large for CNET, and he joins us now to explain what this all means for those of us who love our tech devices and live and die by them. Scott, good morning to you this Friday. You know, AI data centers have been popping up for months now. Why are Apple and Microsoft increasing prices because of what they say are the increased costs in microchips?
Well, because the chips that they would usually be using are going to the data centers, and as a result, the prices and the availability for the components are being totally constrained, and it's driving up prices of things. So even a company like Apple seemingly can't find a way around it. So at this point, they're the biggest canary in the coal mine that I've seen in terms of consumer electronics, you know, for a while being increased in price. It's not clear when this will even ever end, because according to Microsoft, they expect another doubling in RAM prices next fall, which feels totally unsustainable.
Right. And RAM, the random access memory that our computers need to do all the special stuff we want them to do, is key. What then does this tell us about the state of the AI boom and questions on if it can really be sustained? Because these products, as premium as they may be, are things that people really do live by.
Yeah, it raises really big questions, and already the AI industry has had a lot of issues about sustainability. But in terms of this reckless, I think, race to create data centers to push forward, because a lot of AI can also be done on smaller scale, working on device. But a lot of the push has been to kind of break new ground and build these data centers to create larger models. But what it means is that a lot of these devices are needed to run AI. A lot of Apple's devices, there are cutoffs for what can be used to run their new Siri, which also is data center based as well as device based. Plus, the other shoe dropping that I'm worried about is that the prices for subscriptions for AI feel artificially low. There's a concern that those are going to increase as well, because a lot of this has been about getting people to use the services, but a lot of AI is using more tokens, as it's called. So, right. The sort of currency or pieces of what get charged for it. A lot of companies like Google are boasting that they're using more and more tokens. There's been token maxing at companies, and all this is going to come at a price. When that price does come and gets pushed onto us, plus higher prices for electronics, I don't see how that's going to work.
Yeah, we'll have to clean up our old devices and make sure they still work, since we're not going to be able to afford the new stuff. Scott Stein, great to get your insight today on this. Thanks for being with us.